serious?
Oh my God!
No, I have no idea. We're seeing you on the second. No.
I guess she did not see that coming. Happy Halloween, everybody. My name is Krangus, the most rootinest, tootinest, toilet splashing, splendiferous comedian of a Marine this side of the Gulf of America. So for the spirit of Halloween, I wanted to do an episode about different Halloween costumes that have gotten people fired and f***ed up. I know that so far I've been mostly focused on political things and how a Lance Corporal in the Marine Corps would react to it. But this episode came about because I've had a few people hit me up in my DMs asking if I would do an episode about stolen valor. Like, dude, you're not going to find me in the parking lot of a Buc-ee's trying to fight a guy over a uniform that's all f***ed up.
Yo, where were you stationed?
Verdansk.
That's not
I
even.
told you this.
That's not even a real place.
Oh yeah, it is.
You're a stolen valor.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, you are.
Nuh-uh. It's still dead.
Look at your fucking outfit.
So.
Like, dude, this guy's life isn't even good. Just let him play dress up. So anyway, in the spirit of playing dress up, I figured I would do an episode about all the different costumes that have gotten people fired or in trouble. I will say this on the defense of people that are accused of stolen valor. It's probably not the best idea to impersonate officers or firefighters at Halloween, because shit could get real.
Während ihrer Halloween-Party ging der Feueralarm los. Und unglücklicherweise war das sein Kostüm.
I personally had an experience a few years ago. It wasn't for Halloween. I was an extra on the show Your Honor. It's a Bryan Cranston show, I think, on Netflix. I don't think you can see me in it. But I played a cop, and we took a smoke break, and I had like the whole uniform and the get up and everything. And I was outside just chilling, and this guy runs up asking for help, yelling at me for help. And I remember thinking, like, dude, you should probably call the cops about that. There's no way that guy doesn't hate cops from now on because of me. I'm sorry about that. Maybe not a cab, but I-cab.
Well, some NAU students are apologizing about their Halloween costumes, which included homeless people, a pregnant teen, and an illegal immigrant.
The Holy Trinity.
And you can see the offensive phrases on the signs. One saying, recovering alcoholic.
Get well soon.
Another, veteran with prostate cancer.
Well, that sounds like it's service-connected.
Even a sign saying, immigrant mother of 10. Anything helps.
How'd these three people even meet? Imagine these three dipshits going trick-or-treating. I guess the school ended up putting them on a disciplinary board, and they ended up apologizing, which tells me this was a pretty drunken idea in both planning and execution. Didn't use BAMPSIS on this one. It does seem that every year for Halloween, it's people at schools that get in trouble, like this one.
6 tonight, controversy brewing in Iowa after a first-grade teacher was photographed in blackface at a Halloween party. The woman was trying to portray a character out of the movie Napoleon Dynamite. Well, tonight...
Did you just get fired because you wanted to be LaFonda?
Who are you?
I'm LaFonda.
Tonight, the NAACP is calling on the district to fire her.
Damn, you know it's serious when the NAACP gets involved.
I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious.
One teacher's costume didn't go over well with everyone. We're going to show you a photo. The teacher had a Scooby-Doo mystery machine attached to her body, and her face was painted dark to represent the night.
Every year there is like people that get in trouble for blackface, but it got to a point where people were getting crazy over it. Like, there's some cases where people are just trying to be a character, and then there's some cases where people aren't even doing blackface. It's just they are the color black for the sake of being night, I guess.
Darkness, everybody!
Besides, I ain't never gonna forget when Diddy did whiteface.
It's gonna be a special night. Everybody's so serious, but we're about to go to Club Love. Club Love! If you can't dance or you can't pop, you gotta stay at home. You know the Joker don't play that, baby. Welcome to Club Love.
That dude should have stayed in jail for that alone. Anyway, speaking of people getting in trouble for blackface, let's check in with Megyn Kelly.
You knew it was going to happen. Halloween is in 2 days, and now all over the internet, we are seeing people celebrate their Charlie Kirk costumes.
Yep, definitely saw that coming.
They're all young people. Here's one that says Hollow Point USA.
Dude didn't get shot with no hollow point. Not at that distance.
Here's one actually where it's a Halloween costume calling him Freedom Screamer.
Spirit of Halloween does not give a fuck.
It's clearly Charlie with like a Joker's, like the Joker from Batman, his kind of face and makeup with a bloody neck hole and blood spurting out of it.
I'm not gonna lie, I never thought I'd see a Temu version of an assassination.
And then there's two people here, a man on the left, a very large woman on the right.
She's like petty enough to call her out for being fat.
She's kind of dancing. And the caption reads, "I love gay Halloween," because what do you mean you are Charlie Kirk?
Now, let's not forget that a few years ago, Megyn Kelly got fired for promoting people wearing blackface. I mean, every year, there's like a group of people that try their best to be as offensive as possible with something that happened that year, and that's all this is. Costume contests and Halloween parties in the past few years really have boiled down to just being an open mic comedy night. You're going to see 6 white dudes talk about their pee-pee. You might see a couple ladies talk about their vagina. And you're going to see at least one dude read a manifesto. And all of these people hate each other. Now, this guy got fired. Behold, the Jaeger bomber. Now, I really wanted to quote, this guy got fired. This is out of Amarillo, Texas. I don't personally think it's that offensive, but I guess, it's a job. And, if you're at a workplace, they probably have different codes. And if the group thinks you're wrong, then I guess you're wrong. But I did want to quote what he said after he got fired. "This whole thing is an unfortunate misunderstanding. The whole point of the joke is that I'm a Jaeger bomber. I'm not even from that part of the world. I'm an Italian guy raised in Texas. I thought the people I worked with were fun and cool, but I guess they're far from it. Looks like I learned my lesson."
I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America?
Which I was like almost on his side because I was like, the creative part of this costume is fun. But then there's another report that the job said that this wasn't his first run-in with HR. Apparently last year, he asked an employee if he could sample her milk. So we can definitely confirm that this man is a tits man. And tits men are always immature. Join the big leagues. Become an ass man. You certainly ain't never going to hear me ask for a sample of somebody's poop. My personal opinion on it is I don't think anybody should be fired or put in jail or hit because of a Halloween costume, but I also know just from performing stand-up in bars over the years where people are drinking, like if you're typically going out to a Halloween party or a bar with the intention of pissing people off, well, you're probably going to do just that.
Don't touch him.
Nobody here is what the
Is this serious?
Oh my god!
No, I have no idea. We're seeing you on the second. No.
I guess she did not see that coming. My first thought was, where did he even find that costume? I don't know, maybe it's homemade. So this occurred in Athens, Georgia, and that is a man by the name of Kenneth Morgan. Now, it's not clear because of the video quality, which if you're going to try to capture things like this, can you use something better than an iPhone 6? According to multiple news reports that I read, the woman was sitting with her Jewish friend at the bar when this guy pulled up. Obviously, the video shows multiple people pushing him. I know one news report said that she was trying to rip the swastika off. And allegedly, he smashed her over the face with a beer glass. Anyway, I tried to do a little bit of a deep dive on this guy, but I couldn't find any priors. I couldn't find any associations. He did afterwards put out basically a thank you, because a bunch of people came together and did a GoFundMe for his bond. Either way, you can't possibly put a uniform like that on, go out in public, and expect people to be okay with it. And, once you very clearly see that people are not happy, just leave the place. Because, look, I'm not saying that she should have been shoving anybody, but you definitely escalated the situation by knocking her in the head with a beer glass. So, yeah, you deserve to be in jail. Anyway, I still want to know where he got the costume. And then it hit me. Maybe it is homemade, or maybe it's ancestral. I know, because I personally have a shameful part of my family history. I had a grandfather that was in the Klan. I don't know him that well. He's actually passed on by now. But, I found out a weird way. And here's me talking about it live at a comedy show. I do actually have a grandfather who's dead now, but he was in the Ku Klux Klan, so that's a thing that you just know now. But the way that I found out, I didn't know anything about the Klan. I was like 8 years old. I didn't know anything about that history. I was at his house. I just got a new bike for Christmas, and I went through his closet, and I found the uniform. I didn't know what it was. I was like, cool, a ghost outfit. So I put it on, and then took off on my Huffy down Selma Road in Alabama. Imagine seeing a 3'6" Klan member ride by on a Huffy. So this is a group of firefighters and policemen that did a Halloween parade dressed as Kamala Harris, Biden, and they were dragging the Kamala Harris person in chains.
Y'all are disgusting. I can't believe you agreed to do this. This is disgusting. Disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. Congressman over senator in the country that they put first in the United States of America. You won't see her acting like this. The country's only one that has service got. You're right. For the people living in the USA, but nobody's anything. Got a lot of private citizens. Y'all better.
Now my main point here is like, can we have firefighters and policemen that don't spend all their time making up costumes and ideas like this? Can you get to fucking work? They could have done a paper mache of Trump getting his head cut off and I still would have been pissed off. Get back to work. Now the other point to me is, where are all the slutty costumes this year? I want to see slutty Kamala. I want to see Biden with some big ass anime titties. We used to be a proper country when Halloween was focused on just how much you can show off your boobies. Make America busty again. Anyway, speaking of Trump's big ass titties, here's another costume. This wasn't from Halloween. This was from a No Kings protest.
Really?
See, there's so many other things you could have done with that costume. By the way, just because this is like a Trump costume, I've never seen a president with so much merch in my life.
The disturbing attack happening to Jonathan Silvera, who was wearing his Trump inflatable costume. It's
also not fair to attack somebody in one of those costumes, because it's like, how can you fight back in one of those? Like, you already look and feel silly.
I really couldn't see. I just felt a kick to the side.
You see the suspect kick and jump on him, knocking him over as he's leaving the rally.
Like a few years ago, I had a comedy show that I was hosting on Halloween, and it was a pretty busy bar. And I did a character Woody from Toy Story, so I was in the full Woody costume. And this like really drunk crowd came in, and I was being very polite. I was like, "Hey guys, can you keep it down? It's a small bar." And this guy looked at me like, just without any provocation, it was like, "Fuck off." And like for me, like I've done comedy for about 12 years. For the most part, dude, I've gotten to a point where like heckling doesn't really bother me like it used to. But this, just the intent that he had and just the raw like anger in his voice just got to me. So I just looked at him and I was like, "You look like a bitch." But like, imagine trying to bow up to a guy while you were literally dressed as a cartoon character.
It kind of hurt looking at it, obviously. You know, I couldn't really watch myself go down like that.
So anyway, it's kind of not fair to like attack somebody in one of these inflatable things. There's no way they're going to be able to fight back effectively.
Michael Curl of Lynn pleaded not guilty to assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. Curl claims Silvera hit him first with a flagpole, something Silvera denies.
But also, don't hit people over a thing that they're wearing.
The altercation was preceded by Michael getting hit in the face with a metal pole.
Next thing you know, another guy's coming over, and that was the guy who did it. He had the police with him saying that I hit him. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Police arrested Curl after Silvera's girlfriend showed them the video. Curl is also facing a slew of unrelated charges in Worcester, Dorchester, and Connecticut. They range from drug possession to assault and battery to criminal trespass. Silvera says he's physically fine, but his costume's not.
I have to get a new one. That one's broken.
He says he's worn the costume before and wasn't looking for trouble.
Absolutely not. No. I've been doing this a long time. I've never gotten any physical altercation with this.
Anyway, happy Halloween, everybody. I will probably be posting once a week every Friday, so keep an eye out for that. Now, as I said before, I am a stand-up comedian, so if I'm ever in your city, you can check out www.krangus.com. Now, I will say this, I don't really travel a whole lot right now because I am actually focused on making this YouTube a reality. But I can promise you one thing, me talking about politics on this podcast is just flexing a muscle that I've never flexed before. I promise you if you come out to a comedy show live, I don't talk about politics at all. And regardless, as I've said before, I really don't. I would say I probably lean a little bit more left, but I'm certainly not on either side. So, but please have a safe Halloween, and also hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I don't ever say that kind of stuff in the beginning because I hate when I'm watching a video where immediately I have to listen to 48 minutes of somebody, please like and subscribe, hit that plus button. I'll do it at the end. If you like it, you like it, all right? But please, if you do enjoy it, share it, get it out there, help me make this dream a reality, because then I can come into your city and perform. And if you really are interested in seeing my stand-up, I will relate a full-length video. It's not the best quality, but it was. I recently performed at the Playhouse Comedy Club in North Carolina in Jacksonville, right outside of Camp Lejeune. It used to be called the Driftwood Strip Club. So I posted that full video if you want to check it out.